You are the recruiter. You are the administrator. You are the disciplinarian. You are the person that the media talks to when there's a crisis. You deal with the parents, pastor, students, teachers.
We have students in ACE Leadership from all over the country. We've had them from dozens of states and dozens of dioceses, have students from Alaska to Florida. We even had a student from Australia. The candidates in the program are really a sign of how widespread Catholic education is and how Catholic education shares similar values and similar beliefs no matter where the school is.
I have been at Sacred Heart School for 6 years. I was a teacher for 5, and this is my first year as a principal. We have pre-K through 8th grade. We have initiated a bilingual program. We started 6 years ago.
¿También nos podemos restaurar? Sí. Sí, vamos a seguir leyendo. A ver, Orquídea, lee por mí.
When I saw the things that the Notre Dame, the ACE Leadership Program offered, I thought they were perfect for me because they had all the academic components that I was missing. I needed more of administration, how to balance a budget, how to write a budget, how to do emergency plans, then how to do PR and how to speak in front of a camera, and I learned all those things when I was in the program.
We've just recently grown the ACE Leadership Program into a new graduate degree in educational administration. We're excited about this growth because it means students that complete our program now will not only be certified principals in the state they serve, they'll also earn a Master of Education degree from the University of Notre Dame.
And what I really enjoyed about it was how practical the topics were. We covered everything from educational law to finance to marketing, human resources. As an administrator, you have to deal with all of those things.
You leave the summer with a whole, just tons of ideas.
This is an event we did in our diocese. I'm just going to show you the DVD on it. It's a matter of asking corporate sponsorship for tuition assistance.
Every assignment that students will do in class has a practical and immediate relevance to the school-based situation back at home.
That was very important because it put limits on what the state government, civil government could do to a curriculum of non-public schools. See, the question is how much authority did they have? How far did it extend? That was a Magna Carta in terms of legal jurisprudence, in terms of non-public schools in this country.
We've added an exciting action research component to the program where candidates are actually required to go back to their schools and dioceses in which they serve and identify some local problems or challenges that their schools are facing and conduct research around questions that will be helpful to them. They're already contributing in what I would call a leadership capacity to improving the school situation.
But with this regression line, there are plots on the graph or on the chart that offers the greatest correlation to student achievement. That's right. And so that might be the one you identify after going through this.
At the end of action research, you should have the ability to put a change in place and have the systematic rationale as to why you're making that change.
This is a unique approach in graduate work in educational administration, and it's one I think will serve the church well in the long run.
It's research that's done to create change.
The sense of community that students experience here on campus at Notre Dame, I believe, is second to none.
By the time the summer is over, they are so close that a lot of them keep in contact throughout the year. All of the cohorts that come in, they end up becoming friends. They spend so much time together. We have dinners, barbecues at Father Nuzzi's house.
The support network that you had amongst the other teachers and principals and assistant principals in your program, that there's a great resource of people to call when you have a challenging situation or different perspectives, and I really liked that our classes brought that together. There's an energy to that that's wonderful and certainly inspires you to do more.
And you begin to feel like you're the only one who thinks the way you do.
Being a principal is very lonely. You know, you're up the top and there's nobody else, so it's pretty lonely. But having other people who are doing the same work, who actually understand everything you're going through, was very valuable. And this network, I met a lot of people when I was there.
We may not have this all figured out yet, but we'll do this together, and I've got 36 other people that I'll be able to call throughout the year.
Being a Catholic school is more than the crucifix on the wall or the fact that it says St. Michael, the Archangel Catholic school. If we don't show that in how we act and how we act as a leader, then that's really not, the name doesn't mean anything.
You get caught up in so many things that you really need to take a step back every once in a while to reflect and think about your faith and how that applies to what you're doing.
The best of what happens here liturgically and spiritually is this modeling that happens that inspires candidates to be role models for others and to take rich liturgical ideas back home.
Through the program we did a variety of prayer services in class that we shared with each other. So you left the program with a folder of that stuff, which was really nice. It was the natural core of the work that we did in our summer work, and so it was easy to transfer that to our school.
The Catholic identity of the ACE Leadership Program is very strong. We participate regularly in the Liturgy of the Hours and the regular prayer of the Church. We also celebrate Mass several times a week together. All of our liturgical experiences have very high quality music, wonderful preaching, beautiful art and environment. They're simply liturgical experiences that really lift people up and give them the emotional and spiritual and psychological support they need to succeed at this rigorous academic work.
Principals will have this skill set to be able to make those decisions, do that type of research, and explain why they made the decisions that they did.
Values that they would focus on were important as a Catholic school leader, and that was different than what I'd be looking for if I went to another university for a regular administration program.
I will say this: we are bound and determined to prepare the next generation of Catholic school leaders. We are looking for faith-filled, energetic, enthusiastic leaders. The lukewarm go elsewhere. We're looking for among the most passionate leaders for our Catholic schools. If that's you, we'd be happy to have you in the ACE Leadership Program.